Welcome back to the channel where we explore, learn, and theorize about the Marvel Universe. Today we're going to be covering the news from James Gunn about how we're not going to see any more of Thanos, at least not in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. If you're new to the channel, I do daily Marvel videos, so be sure to subscribe to never miss out. Let's get started. Now that the biggest and baddest villain in the MCU so far is gone, there's really nothing left to keep us on our toes. Yeah, our favorite heroes will face obstacles and new adversaries, but do we really have to worry? If Spider-Man really does fight 8 different villains in Spider-Man 3, are we all gonna go to the movies and be scared that he's gonna die? No, not really, because we know he'll be fine. We know that he still has a long and bright future ahead as an Avenger and crossing over to the Venomverse. We know that for a while, until Avengers 5, or even further, there aren't really gonna be any major threats, and definitely nothing like Thanos, where he actually won. Of course we know in the end he was defeated, but deep down, he truly won. And it didn't just affect the characters in the MCU like Iron Man, Captain America, and Black Widow, but it affected us too. So when Guardians of the Galaxy director James Gunn was asked if we see Thanos again, he said no, there's plenty of other stories to tell. And he recently said that his plan was never to introduce Thanos in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1. He said, there's pressure with Thanos because you're setting up this gigantic character that in one way isn't really a part of your movie. His presence doesn't really serve being in Guardians, and having Thanos be in that scene was more helpful to the Marvel Universe than it was to Guardians of the Galaxy. I always wanted to have Thanos in there, but from a structural standpoint you don't need him, so that's part of it. And then the other part of it is the fact that you're setting up this incredibly powerful character, but you don't want to belittle the actual antagonist of the film, which is Ronan. You don't want him to seem weak. Gunn said that he originally had no plans to include Thanos, but was basically forced by Disney to incorporate him into the story, which makes sense, as you can't really have Gamora and Nebula and not connect them in any way to their father, even if they're both adopted. And they're of course gonna have to talk about him in Guardians 3, as the new Gamora hasn't had all the adventures that the old one did, but including him in any way other than possibly flashbacks would kinda undo his story entirely. And if for some reason there's another version from the past that time travel to the future too, or one that comes from the multiverse, it would just be old and unnecessary. However, the only way that I could see him coming back that would be semi-acceptable would be if when they took the stones, it created a new branch of reality, and for some reason after Cap returned the stones, it didn't get fixed. But then, if you bring Thanos back to life like that, then you have to bring back Iron Man and Black Widow, and then once again it just undoes the entire story. However, we most likely will see Thanos again in the Eternals, at least a younger version, but hopefully no more balanced Thanos. So let me know what you guys think. Do you want to see more of Thanos, or are you done with him and think it's time to see a new, more powerful villain? If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you'll never miss another video. Thanks for watching, and remember to wash your hands and stay safe.